What's up, baby dolls? I get often asked about the Richard Hart coins and then the subset coins, but look, I've got to use this word. It's going to be inflammatory. I just don't know what to call them, okay? So you might use vampire clones as a term, okay? But there's some tweaks and stuff out here. So you have, if we draw them out, you got Jack Levin, you have XEN, you got Jake, where you did TitanX, DragonX. Now you're going to have Steph with Ulti. Okay, but obviously everybody in there, they hate the term vampire clone because then you could always say, hey, didn't Richard Hart try to vampire clone Bitcoin? So we could just use another term out here, but you can't even really call them subset because they're basically out here. But we have to use the word vampire because it's like you're in, but you're not in. It's the same people, but it's a different coin ticker. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you how it works here. So right now, Richard Hart, he is about 3 billion market cap, okay? And then, okay, so friends, once again, I know this is inflammatory for the people in there. I get it. And by the way, I've got the coins over here, okay? So I got them. So there's nothing to worry about, but just get over it, man. Just get over it, okay? I'm trying to help everyone. Now, you have the vampire stuff here. Now, you have XEN. So remember, there is Jack Levin, okay? You have XEN. Then you're going to have Jake. With Jake Sharp, you have TitanX, right? And then you're also going to have Steph. So Steph, 0x Steph, you're going to have Ulti, which is not out yet, all right? Now, the thing is, the derivatives of something, so these aren't even really derivatives because if they succeed, they're not helping Richard Hart stuff. They are, that's why I have to use that word vampire, guys. Just please, just get over it. I'm just gonna, okay, it is what it is. Okay, if you're vampiring, it's same people saying we're better. It's not really, I don't see any symbiotic, hey, we love you and we're gonna like be on the chain and stuff. I'm not seeing that, okay? Now, Jack Levin has XEN. Now, what I want you to know is around 10% of the spear is given, but I can't even use that spear. I'll just put as the main city, okay? Because spear, it would imply, but actually, you know what? It is a spear, actually, when I think about it, friends. It is a spear. It is a spear, okay? So these things, traditionally in markets, their maximum valuation doesn't mean they hit there. It's just what's up for grabs. It's about 5 to 10%. I'm just putting 10%, just to make it easy, okay? So what's 10% of 3 billion, friends? It's around 300 million, okay? Market cap, okay? So XEN, Jack's disappeared. Okay, Jack hasn't really disappeared. He's probably building the chain and stuff in the background. I forgot what it was called. The X1 chain, okay? So still waiting, still undervalued, whatever. I don't even know how it's going to work, okay? So, but now that what Richard Hart's worth, that 10% money up for grabs, that's obviously gone to TitanX right now, okay? And this is DragonX, one of the coins in there. And I just showed you, it did this 100x move. It came up here. See, I just did this one. It's just a 100x move. Now it's hit like 172 million market cap. The other one's around 120. I think they're around ecosystem. Don't quite remember. It's around like 200 million-ish. Okay, 200 million, friends. Now, interesting. If you add up, there's nothing in Ulti right now. It doesn't exist. There's 200 million here, and Jack's probably like 10 million. So it's about 6%. Okay, so you understand that the money in here, it's around 10%. That's how much is up for grabs, but they grow into that. So it's around maximum 10%. So everything is like normal. Okay, it's actually pretty much expected at this point. However, if you're playing these games, you have a risk. So I will probably do Ulti, because just like I'm in XEN, okay? And I had J and I played these, right? Because I understand the game. So Richard's a spear of all of them. And also, it's kind of funny, the founders of each one, you can tell they are close followers and watchers of Richard Hart, okay? So Richard Hart's Big Daddy. He'll always be Big Daddy, okay? That's where they pretty much come. There's only one Richard Hart. Now, what's interesting enough from this is how the Mindshare games between these work. So, remember, Jack had a lot of Mindshare. And by the way, Jack, friends, he hit around 5% of HEX. When HEX was basically down and then XEN went up in the past. And I can't show you the chart, but just trust me, on the market cap of XEN, like it hit like 5% HEX, okay? Then it like fades off. Now DragonX appears. Now that's gone up. People say that's the way, the truth, the light, and stuff. And then, you know, it's gonna face some interesting dynamics coming up soon. So on the balance of probabilities, what I would say is when Ulti comes out in like a few weeks, I think everyone's gonna be dumping their liquidity in this game, okay, to where they can to try to participate. You're probably gonna see some from the PulseChain as well, but maybe because DragonX and TitanX had a big run up, you'll probably see throughout that time period, people will use their liquidity pools in the coin. They're like, hey, I've got like, you know, I've got 10 grand in this coin here. Let me throw in like 3 into Ulti. So I'll sell from that and they'll move into that, okay? And this is just very normal, you know, Mindshare and market stuff, okay? So here's the thing though. If Richard Hart, so PulseChain core coins, friends, if they go up to like 15 billion, if he does a 5x from here, you see this number? It's no longer 300 million up for grabs. Now the number becomes 1.5 billion. So you're like saying, whoa, that means these guys are smart for vampiring. It could be opportunistic. It could be they're just vampires. It could be that they all really believe in their cause. It could be that they really think their thing is going to work. It's a game, friends. Like, you're playing World of Warcraft. You're trying to fight an XEN. Do you really care what the boss really thinks? You know what I mean? Like, it's a game. People are going to act. Okay, you and me are just sitting here. All right, and you can sit here. There's moral high ground. There's people have loyalty and all these. This game happens. Okay, but what I want you to understand is I'm trying to help you. Don't confuse something going up with necessarily like long-term vibes, because you see Richard Hart's 15 billion. So Richard's a spear. Yeah. Richard's a spear. And you got to remember as well, like he's spearing up because he's catapulting off Ethereum. Okay. So you know this game I'm looking at, friends? What you could actually do is you could literally make another whole thing here and write Ethereum. So Vitalik, okay. Vitalik is 300 billion market cap. And then you could literally write Richard Hart. And then you could write, people write Solana. You might write like Arbitrum. You write like Phantom. You see what I mean? All the ecosystems. They can't, like, as if Ethereum speed goes up, then these guys, everyone here is trying to fight for the speed share. But then as well, you can go up a step. But then Bitcoin put Ethereum in the vampire category. Do you understand? So everybody calls everybody a vampire. The stock market calls Bitcoin a vampire. Bitcoiners call Ethereum a vampire. Ethereum calls all the other alt layer ones a vampire, like Cardano and everything else, and on PulseChain, they call them all vampires. And then PulseChain, we're like, oh, we got our own little vampires. It's just, isn't it fun, friends? Isn't it fun? Don't forget, we're here to mog the non-believers. I'm here to make you better at the game so you understand what's going on, okay? What's going on. So, and by the way, most interesting of all, everyone knows this, and they still act the same way. Market cycles. Okay, market cycles. So you see this because why, friends? Your friends told me I can say one thing till your face turns blue. It doesn't matter. People are speculating on everyone else. Okay, they're speculating. It's expectations of what everyone else does. So, for example, when Ulti launches, yeah, people in TitanX and DragonX, because remember, Jack Levin hasn't moved. They've got no liquidity there. No one's made any money in that. So what they'll do is they'll probably go from the TitanX, DragonX, and they'll say, oh, I want to move into the new thing. And I'm going to move into the new thing because I'm seeing everyone else move into the new thing, because I might see like referral links. Hell, I might even do it, friends. I'll probably do it. Go, hey, probably musical chairs. Musical chairs means lottery ticket. It means if Bitcoin goes down, I'll go to 0. I deserve it, okay? There's no pat on my back. That's it. It goes to 0. Might participate. But you understand what you're doing here, man. You understand. It's like Vampire City. They come in, they inject themselves. It's Richard Hart community stuff out here. So I know vampire has like a negative connotation. Other people use word leeches as well. You could use any word you want. I'm just here to explain for you the game. From the bottom of my heart, this is what's going on. And by the way, okay, friends, by the way, if you are from any of these communities and you believe in them with maxi intentions, like you believe in them, okay, you have to prove yourself that you're not a vampire. So the onus is on you to prove it's something bigger than that, okay? So everyone believes they're going to be the way. Okay, we'll see. It's a free market, yeah? Let the market play out. So do you see why now, friends? Do you see why these things naturally happen? Because the speed goes up and people are like, oh, wow, 10% of that's a lot of money. By the way, you know, Richard Hart was looking at Ethereum at 400 billion market cap. He's like, oh, 400 billion, man. If we can get just like 5% of that, that's 20 billion. That's a lot. We should be worth 20 billion. That's probably why he thinks, oh, we should be worth there today. 5%, that's 20 billion, okay? When Ulti launches, maybe watch for this. Watch it, because then it will show you that here's the thing, okay? If you're playing these games, and they are games, it's Mindshare games. Everything's a Mindshare game. It's just that when they're newer, they're more volatile. You have to understand that it's when they say, oh, there's going to be $1.5 billion up for grabs. There will probably be, by the time that happens, there might be another vampire from somewhere out there. Another 2 or 3. They as you rise, they all come. Okay, they all come. And yeah, they'll say, we're better, we tweaked the tokenomics, this is better, I'm looking after you. They make a lot of promises. It is what it is, okay? So you understand that your chances of getting it wrong, they increase. Because there's more buckets to choose from. You know? Okay, there's only one Richard Hart core coin set, sweet. But now there's 3 here. Is Jack going to come out? Is Jake going to continue? Is Steph's ulti going to vampire the liquidity out here to move off there and get a tiny bit from like PulseChain coins? But is it going to vampire from there? Because obviously there's more liquidity in Richard Hart coins. So if the city loses a bit of liquidity, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, right? But if maybe TitanX is thinner because of the rehypothecation stuff. See? Now we're introducing more game mechanics. Now you understand why I tell you, friends, 90% core, 10% lottery. Now, if you remember, baby dolls, okay, if you remember, I have shown you PokeCenter on PulseChain, okay? This is very important. PokeCenter, let's go to the list. So what happened was, see the PokeCenter coins. Yeah, there's others out there. It's self-governing. Okay, everyone's just kind of like having fun together, whatever. PIKA went up. And unbeknownst to me, they started making Pokemon coins. Now, PIKA is like tokenized magic, okay? Magical friendship, PIKA. All of these appeared. I don't know who they are, what they are. And I knew from day one, I go, can we do something right from day one? Because here's the thing, friends. I'm here 18 hours a day. I saw what they did to Richard Hart. I saw what even Richard Hart does to Ethereum. I say everyone vampires. I go, wait a minute. Remember, I didn't make the coins. I didn't make any of these coins. It's all public buying stuff, friends. It's just I'm observing product market fit, and I'm wondering, I go, interesting how these things all appear. I wonder if from the start, we can at least help everyone have an abundance mindset. Okay. Now, it's easier when you are this small. It is. Okay. I'm not saying, oh, wow, the power of friendship can conquer all. Yeah, bro. You don't have $1.5 billion up for grabs. You understand? People will tell you they're nice and they want to like be your friend, and they'll go shark everyone. I know. That's right, friends. Richards, he's on a throne. You understand? They're trying to take swings at the king when you think about it that perspective. You know, and then Richard's trying to take swings at Vitalik's in the mothership, and they're just morphing space time. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, so at least we can do something different. We're like, all right, we got a PokeCenter. Okay, it's in theme. It's in the theme name, and I've helped everyone out. And I'm like, hey, I don't make direct videos like, oh, I'm gonna definitely do this. I don't make them all the time. It's all random, no expectations. But I help them. I go, hey, instead of trying to vampire off, say, PIKA, which is clearly the spear, instead of trying to vampire off, why don't you have an abundance mindset, okay, and stop thinking like a little low-level plebe, as Ivan on Tech calls them. Like, stop being a little soy-drinking, soy latte maxi cuck, and join the army so we can make your army exponentially bigger altogether. How about that? Stop thinking like a shitty little sub 100 million market cap piece of trash coin and start thinking in the billions. Start opening your mind. Okay, market cap is not your limiting factor because they're trading around like, oh, I'm gonna make this $4,000, bro. You're playing the wrong game. You're playing the wrong game. You're thinking in days, we're thinking in years. You're playing the wrong game. Okay, so, but when, like I said, friends, let's realistic because we start so small. It's like it's love, youthful, and all these other things. Okay, that's part of the journey. So you get to see this difference, this contrasting difference, okay? So this is conducive to everyone's growth. Now, here's the thing. Sure, is Mindshare going to move around from PIKA to other stuff as people move around? Yes, okay? Yes, it will, but I am thinking big picture. I'm not thinking about, oh no, maybe someone dumped PIKA to go move into this other Pokemon comp. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about PulseChain's at 50 billion. PokeCenter's at 1 billion. PIKA's at 500 million. Okay? I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking about all the other Poke coins. You got the Charm and Meowth. And there's little Bulbasaur now. And then Ditto, of course. Everybody loves Ditto. And Paw Me. You understand? Like, Paws. It's a proper dog coin. You understand these cute stuff? And all these other ones. Of course, I missed some. There's all these others on here. I'm thinking about them. And they all get their community members out. They all, for instance, even like a Gengar. It's a night Pokemon. It's like the evil version of everything in there. And it's there, right? Because it has a large... For some reason, African Americans in America love Gengar. All the hats, all the shirts. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's funny, friends. Naga Bo was in the Gengar chat. And he joined. I'm like, bro, this guy hasn't watched my video. Like, you see what I mean? It's just... These things are happening, okay? So I'm thinking big picture for these. I'm thinking, okay, how does everyone grow? Different personalities, different stuff out here. Sure, there's going to be some betrayals. But if you're in the PIKA community, dude, the dev dumped on us. You know what I mean? Like, we know what betrayal's like, okay? But PIKA, well, figure it's a lightning mouse. You understand? A little mouse summoning the power of God and thunder. Okay? It's not even a Pikachu coin, by the way. It's marking the celebration date, August 31st, 2020. The first documented case of a human meeting a Pokemon, Pikataro. Yes, of all the people that Satoshi wanted Pikachu to meet, it was the pineapple guy. You see the magic there, friends, by the way. So this is something where you're like, wow, now you've increased your odds in a subset of ecosystem. By the way, it's positive leverage on PulseChain. I'm just showing you the examples. That doesn't mean I'm never going to touch the other stuff. No, I'm just showing you there's contrasting differences, okay? So I wanted to highlight that so you get an idea of these. So when we come back to Richard Heart ecosystem, okay, and these, once again, okay, these subset clones, they call them like HEX clones, HEX Vampire clones. It's a category. That's it, okay? How else do we describe all of yous? You're not all different from each other, okay? So here's the thing, man. There will be winners. Yeah, there will be winners. Is Jake Levin going to come out with a chain and then suck out the liquidity from Ulti later on in 3 to 6 months? And then that's going to now have the Mindshare. Is it? And then is there going to be like a Vampire number 4? Is someone number 4 going to come out, make their own chain and do something out here? Is that going to happen? I don't know, okay? But I can tell you now, this is where it stands. This is what the picture looks like. So, yes, there are Richard Hart Maxis. And, man, I get it, man. Users saying, hey, I know what they're saying. They're saying, stuff these vampire leeches. They are nothing without these logos. They are absolutely nothing. And you know what? You're right. You're right. They say they're nothing without these. I understand. I know where they're coming from. And by the way, friends, that's why I love PulseChain. These people ain't leaving. They are not leaving. Do you understand that? 2 feet firmly planted on the ground, drinking their orange juice. They're not going away, okay? On the other hand, though, in a bull market, people will speculate. And I'm also realistic about that, okay? So I'm going to let you know what's going on. So if you are participating in these games, musical chairs, whatever, all these, okay, whatever the hell they are, bull market, speculation vehicles, all these things, okay? I will be participating. I am participating in them. Know where you stand, though. You are your vampire leverage on Richard Hart, okay? You are. Maybe one of them does really well in terms of like getting a unique market out there and stuff. Maybe they do. Maybe they go much further than we think. There will be something that does that, but this is your mental framework out here. So you just don't lose sight of the picture. I don't want you to basically throw out core coins because you just saw DragonX go up 100x and you think, oh, product market fit went up 100x. Like, just, aren't you glad, friend? This is why I'm highest value content in crypto. I'm showing you these things going out. There's no book here. There's no book. There's no YouTube videos. This is your YouTube video. This is it, okay? There's nothing out here to tell you what the hell's going on. I'm out here. That's why I'm here, your friend, okay? Friends, what a true subhuman filth cockroach gut scarcity mindset scum will do is they would say nothing what I'm saying and then they would exploit you, okay? They would exploit you. All right. I'm not here to exploit you. I'm here telling you this is it. I do these. I live with it, the consequences. And the way I see it is like, you know what, bro? If you're going to flip Richard Hart like you say, okay, then do it. Here's like, you know, your 0.1%. Here's your 1% allocation. There you go. Go flip it. See what happens. So, you know what I mean? I'm helping you have this perspective, friends, of just paying attention to these details whilst maintaining like basically your bird's eye view of everything. So like I said, what's the next event coming up? Ulti will launch. Watch to see, you know, is DragonX and TitanX, are people going to be looking at that going like, I need to move money there. Let me just go move in money. It's this rotational money thing out here. Also, in a general big context sense, do you now see why Richard Hart, Greg the Duck, do you see why now he probably wants to pump PulseChain at the end and not the beginning? Okay, let's look at the PulseChain price chart here. Let's do this example, okay? Let's use a log chart here. Let's make some nice big green red arrows. Okay, so if he just pumped it up here, friends, okay, let's say he actually did this. All right, and that is, let's say this big move up. By the way, this would be phenomenal. If he actually did this, okay, the ecosystem now, friends, is 60 billion. That means the vampires will be coming for 3 to 6 billion valuation out of that, okay? If Richard Hart, by the way, this is an early pump. This is in the next 3 to 4 months. If we did that, I think, this is just what I'm guessing is Richard, he's looking at this scenario in his mind and he's like, if I do that, once this thing starts to slow down here, I am now the food for the other vampires. Okay, now they just start sucking away from us. And we've blown the bazooka. Okay. However, what about the world scenario where Richard pumps it at the end? So I don't know what's going to happen in this middle part, friends, but let's just draw an arrow here, up here, okay? Now at the end, okay, at the end, this is the second one, okay? If he pumps it at the end, what's actually occurred is during this whole time period, you know, all the vampires, friends, they are only able to extract small amount of money from people rotating. Okay, so people, maybe someone has like $10,000 in Richard Hart ecosystem. If a vampire wants their piece down here, they can only get like $1,000. That's 10%. Okay, but if we pump up hard too early, they don't get $1,000 anymore because you've pumped up 20x. Now they get $20,000. You see, that's $20,000 from the Ethereum pumpamental, the Ethereum pump. Okay, you get $20,000 from there. They just rotate to the vampires, and not just vampires, by the way. Just there's other altcoins, other chains, maybe Phantom has a narrative, Arbitrum, all of these other things. Okay, so this world makes the most sense to me. Plus, at the end, you have all these built-up FOMO. All the weak hands are out. And you have everyone else in every other chain, Avalanche and Arbitrum and Coinbase and Solana. They haven't retired yet. And these people are desperate to make money. So the ferocity they come in with has to be so ferocious. They're like, I got to get in. I got to get in. This is my one chance. This is going higher than I expect. Okay. Now, friends, what I really want, obviously, I would love this to happen. We go up here and then we like go sideways and maybe rinse everybody out. And then we can do the mammoth pump even higher. Okay. I hope we do that. By the way, that move to up there from here, that's still a 5.5x from today. Okay, so if it's up 5x, maybe PDI is like 15x higher. Dick with Bart and PIKA, maybe they're up 15x higher. You see what I mean? So that's it's still good if we do that chart here, but the big move is coming at that very end. Okay, so I hope now you get this idea of where you should stand. Well, you can decide what you want, but it's where like how I view everything, how I view like, okay, well, these are clearly obviously these things happening. It's like, it's not even like, it's not even my opinion. These are like, they're 100% just fact. I've been here every single step of the day, every hour. We watch these numbers. Everyone here knows these numbers. Go speak to HEX and PulseChain. Let's say Richard Hart Maxis. they're not going to disagree with what I said. They're just going to say, you know what? I would rather just not make money. Stuff them. Guess what? God bless you. You know what? It's a good moral principle to have. They're like, you know what? I don't want to even touch a single dollar knowing that. That's okay, man. That's okay. That's okay. At least you have the idea of what's going on, okay? Don't kill the golden goose because you're seeing these ecosystem things popping up. They're taking mindshare from each other. They'll be hyper volatile. Okay, so I'm protecting you when I'm showing you these, all right? Also, I've got to let you know, hey, man, maybe... I'm friends, I don't want to save a lot of people. Because, look, yes, someone's going to get the right move. And someone's going to get the wrong move. They're going to buy at the wrong times, at the wrong prices, the wrong sentiment. They're going to... Like, for all we know, what if TitanX, it's had this big run-up. What if it now bleeds for the next 9 months? And people have sold core coins, go buy the top of that. Then it's going to drop 50%, then they throw it into ulti. You see? Don't forget he loves you. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.